Evening, everybody. Listen, if you like me, you'd rather make money than excuses. So, today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 ways to stop making excuses and to execute your excuses, get rid of them for life. And I'm gonna show you 3 ways that you can actually get a whole lot done and how to avoid all the reasons why you're not doing what you ought to be doing. Okay. So first of all, let's define what an excuse is. An excuse is not an explanation. An explanation means that it's legit, but an excuse is a reason to fail. All right. So a excuse is a RTF. All right. Everybody put that in the chat and let's get this party started. An excuse is a RTF. Say, what's that? It's a reason to fail. And I don't know about you, but failure, excuse me, failure is not an option in my life. So I don't, making mistakes, that happens, and things not going right, that happens, and having to go back to the drawing board, that happens. But failure means that nothing was even tried. When I meet people and they talk about, are you afraid to fail? I said, well, depends on what you call failure. If you mean, am I afraid not to try? Yes, I am. If you mean, am I afraid to make a mistake? No, I'm not. Why? Because trying to live a life mistake free, it just makes you it makes you a professional excuse maker. So everybody put RTF in the chat and let's get this party started. Are you tired of what? Making up reasons to fail? I don't know about you, but life got enough drama as it is. It's enough stuff that we have to face, unforeseen things. I wouldn't just sit up and make reasons to fail. I hear me because that's what excuses are. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So it's 3 ways. It's 3 ways to stop making excuses for the rest of your life. By the way, today is the day of the International Monetary Fund class, and if you haven't registered already, this is my free class that I do to show you all how we got $1 million tax refund. If you're interested in learning about that, it's absolutely free. And all you got to do is type in the letters IMF if you want to come. We're about to start at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern, which is about a half an hour from now. So, but first I want to teach you all this lesson. This lesson tonight is about how to stop making excuses. Okay. So let's look at 3 ways to stop making excuses. Number 1, expect the excuse. You say, what do you mean, Rick? I'm telling you, whenever you get ready to do something that's really good, serious opportunities are coming by, and your life's about to change, I'm telling you, the first thing that's going to show up are excuses. No, not people, excuses inside of your head. We need to start, first of all, blaming our problems on other people because we got one person to blame for our lack of success and our mediocrity, if that's the case, and that's us. And the reason is because we act like we don't expect an excuse to show up when it's time to do something that's going to really make a big difference in your life. So it's going to happen. Excuse is going to always show up. So that's the first thing. Expect the excuse. Then number 2, expose the excuse. I mean, in other words, take the clothes off the excuses. Excuses are extremely sneaky, conniving, and manipulative. When they show up in our head, they show up with 17, 18 different clothes, stacks of coats on, and they are amazingly disguised. But we have to expose the excuse so that we can see it for what it is, a reason to fail. All right. And then number 3, we want to execute the excuse. So number 1, we want to expect it. Number 2, we want to expose it. And number 3, we want to execute it. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Here's the book of Luke, and here's a few people making excuses to Jesus. And this man walks up to Jesus and he says this in Luke chapter 9, verse number 58. He says, 57 rather. And it came to pass that as they went into the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. All right. And Jesus said unto him, Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head. All right. So this man say, Lord, I'll follow you wherever you go. But Jesus knew he was an excuse maker. So Jesus knew the guy wasn't gonna roll with him. So he gave him an excuse. All right. Did you hear me? Let me tell you something about God. When God knows you're a buster and you ain't serious, when God knows you ain't worth messing around with, God will give you an excuse. Did you say what you say? Did you say God will give you this? Oh, yes, he will. When God don't want to be bothered with a lazy person, with a trifling person, with somebody who he know don't mean what they're saying. See, the reason excuses are so easy to make up is because people are so half committed to doing something. When you're a half-committed person, it's easy to make up an excuse. And God, God don't like lukewarm people. So he said, I give you a reason. I give you a professional excuse so that you can get away from me and so that you get away from my people because I don't want you over here meddling. People don't understand that to following God is a privilege and being around God's people is a privilege. So if you come around us and we getting it on like mighty strong, and you thought you did us a favor trying to barge your way into the kingdom of God, that ain't gonna happen. All right. Why? Because we're doing good with or without you. So if you're an excuse making person, God will give you a reason to leave. And if I was you, I would take the same attitude God got when I get around these busters who always got an excuse and a reason for why they don't want to do something, or who make these little half-hearted commitments. I would give them a reason to leave. I would set them up like Jesus did. He said, brother, this guy said, hey, look, because this guy's a perpetrator. All right. He's perpetrating fraud. Everybody put PF in the chat. When you meet people, they be making all these promises about what they're going to do. I'll be meeting folks, they talking about, Brother Ricky, I'm going to be your number one student you ever had in your life. I said, I believe it when I see it. I don't believe nothing because you said it. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Why? Because most people don't mean what they say. Life done taught me that. Being around life for 63 years and being in business for so long, and the average person that tell you something, they don't mean what they're saying. That's why I told y'all to stop believing people. Stop just accepting stuff at face value when somebody tell you something and put them to the test. You'll find out who means what they're saying and who don't mean what they're saying. Most of the time, you get rid of a person real quick. You just give them a reason, an excuse to leave, and they'll bounce. So this guy walks up to Jesus. Jesus is what? He no excuses are. He expects one. So he tells the guy tells him, hey, Lord, I'll follow you anywhere you want to go. Jesus said, all right, foxes got holes and birds got nests, but the Son of Man ain't got nowhere to lay his head at. In other words, he's like, I'm on the move, brother. I'm a fugitive. All right. I got warrants. Are you hearing me? The Pharisees are after me all the time. Are you digging what I'm talking about? I got warrants, man. The state is after me. Now you dig what I'm saying? I done violated all their rules. I done taught them to stop their little phony lives ain't worth 30 cents. I done taught them how to love people. I done told them to stop being so sanctimonious and phony. I done checked them and told them that they scribes and Pharisees, that y'all hypocrites, and that y'all search the land to and fro to find one proselyte. When you find them, you make them twofold more the child of hell than you were. I've been checking these marks ever since I started my ministry. So if you're gonna hang out with me, you're gonna have to be ready to what? You have to be adjustable, partner, and be able and be ready to move what and get out the way. So my man don't want to hear that. Hey, listen to me. He act like he don't know about Jesus. People meet you, they know how you get down. And then they make these frivolous statements like they really down with you, and they already know that you get down for your crown. They already know you all in. They already know that you ain't no joke. They already know what? That you go for yours. They already know that. They've observed you, but they still want to test you and act like they want to get down with you. But you know they're excuse makers. So what? Give them an excuse so you can get rid of them before you even start the journey. Hey, listen to me. Get rid of them fast, all right? Get rid of folks. Get rid of busters. Get a hanger-oners. Get rid of folk who ain't got no skin in the game. Get rid of people who don't really mean what they're saying. Are you listening to what I'm talking about? Have the attitude of Jesus, right? A Jesus attitude. Everybody put J-A in that chat. They say, Ricky, where you get your attitude from? I got it from Jesus. Man, I get rid of people so fast. I just tell them one thing. I already know they're going to bounce. I'm like, that way I ain't got to waste my time, a little fake mug, rolling up back like he down with Jesus. Are you hearing me? I don't know about you, but I got a Jesus attitude. Anybody else got one around here? I hear you, Miss Sunshine. I hear you, Johnique. I hear you, Renetta. I hear you, Renita. I hear you. I hear you, Rochelle. I hear you. Abdul, I hear you, Doc. Yeah, we need some more Jesus attitudes around here. People rolling all up talking about they want to do something with you. I'm like, this mark ain't gonna bust a grape. All right, tell them to get in the wind like a funky breeze. So Jesus told them, get in the wind like a funky breeze. You ain't ready to hang out with me. Partner, we doing major things around here. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So my man, you know he bounced because Jesus told him he didn't have nowhere to live. Now, of course, Jesus can live anywhere he want to live because Jesus made the whole world, right? He said, a cattle on 1,000 hills belong to me. If I was hungry, I wouldn't tell you about it. He said, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness and the fullness thereof. He said, and all them that dwell therein. He said, who is the King of glory? He said, the Lord God Almighty, strong in battle. He is the King of glory. This is Jesus talking. It ain't like Jesus broke and ain't got nowhere to live. He just testing his mind. Are you hearing me? So he told him, he said, foxes got holes and birds got nests, but the Son of Man ain't got nowhere to lay his head, just to test him to see if he can start making excuses. And sure enough, the man bounced and went the other way. All right. So let's see what else happened in this chapter so we can see some more excuses people made. And today the lesson is how to stop making excuses for the rest of your life. And I'm giving you three things. Number one, expect the excuse. Number two, um, execute the excuse. Well, expose the excuse. And then number three, execute the excuse. So here we are. So he said unto another, this is Jesus talking to another person. He said, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go bury my father. Jesus said unto him, let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of God. All right, so here's another excuse. Excuse me. Here's another excuse. Here's a man, and this is a major excuse that we use. We see a great opportunity in front of us. And what do, we go grab the past. Hey, listen to me. That ain't nothing but an excuse. Why? Because the past, it justifies our right not to do the thing that's right in front of us because we're thinking about the past. And that's why what's the group called? One way they said, don't bring it up, don't bring it up, don't keep bringing up the past. I love you forever. Jesus told the man, why are you bringing up the past, baby? All right, even a group One Way had more sense than that. Ain't none of us going nowhere sitting around using the past as an excuse. Are you hearing me? But I'm telling you, expect it. When something great comes up and it's daunting and it's awesome and it's amazing and it's different and it's huge and it's big and it's a little bit scary and makes you a little bit apprehensive, you know, one of the first things going to pop up in your head, your past. Why? Because you can use your past as an excuse. You can start doing what? Dealing with that dead stuff in the past. And Jesus told him, man, you leave your dead past alone. He said, let me go bury my father. He said, let the dead bury the dead. He said, and come and follow me. Why? Because that wasn't nothing but an excuse. Now, you hear what I'm talking about? That ain't nothing but an excuse. Are you hearing me? And I don't know about you, but this is the excuse-free zone. Welcome. All right, everybody, let's go. Excuse-free zone. Everybody put EFZ in it. I would put this on my wall at the crib. I would tell everybody when they walk in, hey, welcome, 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 welcome where? To the excuse-free zone. Welcome to the excuse-free zone. You can actually come in here and get something done. Anybody else going to turn their house, their life into an excuse-free zone? Put EFZ in that chat. I said, anybody else going to turn your place into an excuse-free zone? Put EFZ in that chat. You down with EFZ? Yeah, you know me. You down with EFZ? Yeah, you know me. Wow, man, I want to hear that stuff. I don't know how many people I've been around on my millionaire journey that I just left in the dust. I'm like, I'm not kicking it with y'all. Why? Because y'all got an excuse for everything. Every time something come up, you make up a reason to fail. I'm like, you're gonna get what you're looking for. If you're looking for reasons to fail, you're gonna find plenty of them. Why? Because that's what most people are. Most people are. I don't expect most people. I don't expect most people I meet to do nothing. Are you hearing me? That's why I have such a wonderful, that's why I got such low blood pressure. I got low expectations of people. Why? Because I know the average person is a major excuse maker. I know that. I just know that I ain't gonna make excuses. So I don't worry about what they're gonna do. I don't lose no sleep over nobody that make excuses. I'm just warning y'all and giving y'all a sobering message so that you can make a lot of money, be extremely successful, take care of your family, do whatever it is that you want to do, leave this life 3 generations wealthy and everything. Why? Because you don't make excuses. All right, because you can make money or you can make excuses. All right, so the second excuse is my man said, I gotta go bury my dead. He said, man, it's a dead, bury the dead. In other words, let the past take care of the past. Did y'all get that? Let the past take care of the past. How dare you waste all your time, my brother? How dare you waste all your time, my sister, or waste any of your time doing what? Trying to go back and recapture the past. That stuff is over with. It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm not going back. I can't go back to the way it used to be before your presence came and changed me. No excuses, Lord. I can't go back. I can't go back to the way it used to be Before your presence came and changed me, I've been changed. Come on, sing with me. Healed, free, delivered. I found joy. Oh, thank you, Lord. Peace. Sing it, saints. Grace and favor. Right now is the moment. Today is the day. I've been changed. I've been changed. I have waited for this moment to come, and I won't let it turn me around. I won't go back. I can't go back to the way it used to be before your presence came and changed me, Jesus. I can't go back. I won't go back to the way it used to be before your presence came and changed me. I won't go back. I can't go back, no, to the way it used to be before your presence came and changed me, Lord. I've been changed. Hallelujah. Lord, I've been free. I've been delivered. I found joy. I found peace. Oh, Lord, grace and favor. So he told my man, he said, listen, I'm Jesus talking to you. I'm telling you about brand new, fresh opportunities. How dare you sit here talking about your past, bro? You want to go back and dig up your daddy. Why you want to go back and dig up your daddy? Why you want to go back and dig up your dad? But your daddy ain't been good to you? So you gonna go back and dig up your daddy? Why you want to go back and dig up your mama? But your mama ain't been good to you? Why you want to go back and dig up your ex-husband? What, he ain't been good to you? Why you want to go back and dig up your ex-wife? But they ain't been good to you? Why you want to go back digging up dead stuff? Are you listening to me? He said, let the dead bury the dead. He said, you come and follow me. All right, so number one, expect the excuse. Number two, expose the excuse. Are you listening to me? Expose the excuse. How do you expose the excuse? You see it for what it really is. You know what? You know what? I'm making an excuse about my past, but it really is just a reason for me to fail. So I'm not going back in there. I'm not going to let nobody label me. Are you listening to me? Don't let nobody label you. Are you hear what I'm talking about? I don't care what you did. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what your circumstances were. Ain't nobody. Hey, listen to me. Don't you sit around. When God tell you it's time to move forward, baby, it's time to move forward. You got all the permission you need. Jesus told this man, come follow me. That meant the man had all the permission he needed to do what? Follow God. Everybody put FG in that chat. Who ready to follow God? I said, who ready to follow God? You shouldn't just follow God. You ought to follow God hard. Are you hearing me? Who ready to follow God? Put FG in that chat. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me, sister. You got a right to follow God. It ain't a devil in hell that can block you from following God. It ain't a human being on earth that got no juice on you. You follow God when God tell you, let's go, baby, let's go. Are you hearing me? And follow him what? All the way to the promised land. Who ready to follow God? Let's go, Miss Sunshine. Let's go, Renetta. Who ready? Come on, Sony. Who ready to follow? Come on, Butterfly. Who ready? You don't need no permission, baby. Did you hear me? You don't need no permission. What? God already gave you permission to follow me. He said, follow me. All right. So when he tell you to follow him, let's go. What? No excuses. This is the no excuse zone today. Welcome. So glad to have you. By the way, if you want to learn how to get $1 million tax return, you can come on over to the class coming up in a little bit. Just put IMF in the chat. You ain't gonna have no excuses. Not after I get through teaching you what's going on. All right. You better believe I'm a preacher. You better believe I'm a preacher. No, I ain't no pulpit preacher. I'm a street preacher. I just hollered at everybody. I just hollered at everybody didn't want to hear. All right. I don't spend a whole lot of time in a church building trying to preach to nobody. If that's a question you ask me. All right. All right, let's go to the third thing. Let's go to the next excuse. They got these excuses lined up in here. He said, let the dead bury the dead. Now we're in St. Luke chapter 9, and this verse number 61. He said, another also said, Lord, I will follow thee. He said, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. Oh man, what Jesus said to him. And Jesus said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God. So here's another excuse that we hear all the time. I need to go holler at my people. Here's Jesus talking to this brother. He's like, let me go back and holler at my people. In other words, let's expose that excuse. What he really saying is, let me go let my people talk me out of it. Why? Because when God tell you something, why do you have to go confer with people? I said, why? Especially your kinfolk. You already know their country is hell. You already know why you can't put cheese on a Whopper. Can't nobody in your house can't put no cheese on a Whopper. Are you dig what I'm talking about? They ain't got no generational wealth. They ain't doing nothing. Are you hearing me? You already know that. Are you hearing me? So God decided up and gave you a game plan to go do something. And you're going to leave God. This will make no sense. It's the way people are. They leave God and then they go to some human beings for some advice. If that ain't backwards, everybody put backwards in the chat. If that ain't backwards, I don't know what it is. You talking about that don't even make no sense. That's just backwards. All right. You talking to God. God already tell you what to do. Are you hearing me? God is like, let's go make it rain like a hurricane. Are you hearing me? Better run in the ark before the rain starts. Boom, 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 boom. They say, man, you know what? It's gonna rain, baby. He said, now come on. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. And here we are conferring with people. God we already got the green light. Y'all ever play that? Y'all ever play that when y'all was little? Red light, green light. Already got the green light. Are you hear what I'm talking about? The green light. Let's go. Are you hear what I'm talking about? The green light. And here we are with an opportunity to move forward in life on all kind of things. God done blessed us with so many opportunities over our lives. We ain't had no lack of opportunities. We just have been what? Really good at making excuses and turning down opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. But the reason is because we turn down God. That's the reason all the opportunities go out the way. You know how many times God can talk to me, how many times he can talk to you. And we just what? We want to start talking to some people. Why? Because what God said was so awesome. His opportunity is so big. It's so beautiful. It's so different from what we're doing. Until we be like, you know what, man, that stuff, that's just so high powered, man. You know what, Lord, let me go back and talk to my brothers and sisters at the crib. Ain't nowhere in the world. Let me tell you, I just got the personal testimony. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. But it'd be a cold damn hell before I go around conferring with them about what God told me to do. Why? Because I already know, I already know, I already know, I already know. They nice people and all this sort of thing. But I don't need no conversation with them. All right. They can just observe what's going on and see how we're getting down over here and get in where they fit in if they so desire. But other than that, God bless you. I love you and all that sort of thing. But this thing is what? Personal. Everybody put personal in the chat. All right, let's go. This thing is personal, man. You're talking to God. You're going to leave God and go talk to your kinfolk. Don't make no doggone sense. This thing is personal. I'm telling you, y'all have passed up so much money. I've seen people pass up so much money, so many opportunities. I'm like, if that ain't one of the lamest excuses I've ever heard, I'm talking about excuses today. I'm talking about why, if you can't put cheese on a Whopper, I'm talking about why you can't put cheese on a Whopper. I'm talking about if your money funny and your change is strange, I'm telling you why. Right? One of these reasons why is because when God tells us to do something, we go home and start talking it over with people. And the reason I'm exposing that excuse, the reason we do it ain't because we really need their advice. The reason is because we scared of what God told us. So we want to go talk to some cowards who will talk us out of it. That's why Jesus checked them. All right. He said, no man putting his hand to the plow and looking back is worthy. He said, you ain't worthy of the kingdom of God. You say, why? Because I'm standing there talking to you and you're playing me off. All right. You say, now you want to run back here and holler at them little country bumpkin brothers and sisters of yours. You know they slow as hell. You like, listen, if they had good advice, you'd be rolling already. You'd be balling already, right? Okay. So why in the world? I don't get it. Why people like to go talk to broke people, negative people, slow people, excuse making people, indifferent folk? Why in the world would you want to waste God's precious time and your precious time running to them to try to get some advice? Don't make no sense. Let me go back and holler at my people. Don't go back and holler at your people. Holler at God when God gave you an opportunity to do something. And you say, well, so how do I know God gave me an opportunity to do it? If it lined up with his word, you know that. If it lined up with his word, you know it's God. I ain't talking about God always standing right here talking to you. Sometimes it's a person like I'm talking to you now. Sometimes it's a teacher. Sometimes it's a coach. Sometimes it's this. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's a colleague. And sometimes it's just God. It's just you and God. But you got to be able to recognize what so that you don't be no excuse maker. Okay. So let me give y'all some things, some practical things that we make excuses about before we go. And by the way, we got 15 minutes, 14 minutes. If you want to come over to our class, just put IMF in the chat. I'll be glad to have you. Got my free class tonight. It's my free class. We get down, get down. I show y'all my check, show you how my number one client got $1 million tax refund. I show you how we getting down, how we living this life. Y'all ain't got to run around trying to figure out who know how to do this stuff. We know how to do it because we already doing it. All right. So if you want to come on over, just put IMF in the chat. Get the link. It's free. It's free. Come and investigate things if you so desire. All right. So here's some excuses that we get. All right. So it's time to when it's time, let's say, for example, it's time to read a book. All right. So the first excuse that shows up is what? Man, I'm sleepy. All right. Why is it that every time you want to read a book, or when it's a good book to read, why does the excuse show up? I'm sleepy. Why is that? Why is that? Well, because it's a reason to fail. It's a reason not read the book. So you said, okay, so I see the excuse, Ricky. I see the excuse. So I'm exposing the excuse. All right. It's really just an excuse to keep me ignorant. All right. So I'm exposing the excuse. And then number three, how do I execute it? Okay. Well, that's simple. All right. Start reading a book at the time of day that you're most alert. That's a simple fix. All right. And then you won't have no excuse. All right. Number two, writing a book. I've written 4 books. I'm reading my 5th one now. Some of you all y'all should at least be on your 5th book by now. You know how much money you make writing books? Man, please. Y'all run around passing out cards. That's so country. Are you hearing me? Put some books online, let people write you and watch people buy your books. And when you meet people, point them to your books that they can go buy. And you got a whole different relationship with folk. It's way different passing out a card. Why? Because a card don't tell nobody nothing about you, about how you get down. But a book, what? It won't just tell a person how you get down. It'll tell them how they need to be getting down too. And then they have a whole different respect level for you. So, but every time you get ready to write your book, what? Here's an excuse coming up. Oh, notifications. Oh man. Next thing you know, you're looking at notifications and after notification and notification this and that and this and that and notification and this and that and oh man and this and that and here you are scrolling and stuff. Now, but that's an easy fix too. You say, how do you fix that, Brother Ricky? Put your phone where it ain't even accessible when you get ready to write a book. How in the world are you gonna write a book and your phone is on? I'm just telling you some of the stuff we do, and we talking about we want to be wealthy, and we talking about that we want to have something. We talking about we want to be successful, and we just allow that little lame excuse to sit up there. The easiest way to get rid of excuse is don't even have it around. All right. Everybody put E in the chat. Everybody put double E in the chat. It's time to evict excuses. Would y'all listen to me? The easiest way to keep from using something as an excuse is just don't let it be around. Now you can't use it. Hey, listen what I'm talking about? There ain't no excuse no more. Why? Because it ain't even here. Come on, put E in that chat. I'm helping y'all. Come on, get some help. Put double E in that chat. Know you should be on your fourth book by now, your fifth book by now, but you can't write no book. Why? Because you're so encumbered with the doggone notifications you're looking at. Put all that stuff up when you get ready to write, and it won't even be in a way, and you can't use it for no excuse. All right, let's go to another one. All right, let's go. That's all we all want to work out, right? I said we all want to work out, right? We all want. I'm down to 1.5 stomachs. Okay, we all want to work out, right? Okay, here come time to work out. What's the first excuse come showing up? I'm tired, and what? And my body hurt. Okay, so here we go again. So how do we get rid of that excuse? Always work out at the time of day that you got the most energy. That's the easiest way to execute that excuse. Why? Don't don't put your workout clothes on at the time when you know you're the most tired, because now what? You'll be able to use that old weak excuse. I'm tired. But if you know that your body is really fresh at 10 o'clock, work out at 10. If you know it's really fresh at noon, work out at noon. If you know you're really fresh at 6 o'clock, work out at 6 o'clock. If you know you're really fresh at 6 in the morning, work out at 6 in the morning. But what? Don't walk around here with 3 or 4 stomachs and we get with one foot in the doggone grave. Hey, listen to me, that stuff ain't cool. And it's what? Time to stop making excuses. Excuses about being all sloppy, out of shape, and ain't nobody finna get nothing accomplished like that. I mean, our health is our wealth. Are you listening to me? Are you hearing what I'm talking about? It ain't nothing like volunteering to be sick. Are you hear? My little sister Tisha died from cancer. She it wasn't nothing but from eating this old steroid, all this food with all this, with all this foolishness they done shot up in it. Because Tisha didn't drink, smoke, get high. She jogged and everything, and she died from cancer at 45 years old. I mean, I miss my little sister. But what? It don't make no sense for me and you to walk around volunteering to be sick. Why? Because our lazy butt won't get up and go nowhere and do nothing. I walk pretty much every day, about 7 days a week. I walk at the very least. Walk. Go get on a treadmill from time to time. But I walk. I walk every day. The Japanese folk and the Oriental people, they walk every day. They be living up 110, 115, 120 years old. They walk every day. How dare you sit here on these computers all day long and don't get your behind up and go walking? Do you know how crazy that is? Just volunteering to get sick. What? It don't make no sense. What the excuse? What, I'm tired? The way that you get rid of the excuse that I'm tired is get up and start walking, and then you won't be tired. So you can get rid of that excuse just by doing the opposite of what the excuse is telling you to do. All right. So I command all you all to be healthy. All right. Because our health is our wealth. I love you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be singing at your funeral. How do I say goodbye? I don't want to be at your funeral. What? 10 years before you're supposed to have been dead. 15 years before you're supposed to have been dead. 25 years before you're supposed to have been dead. There's way too many people dying before their time. Then they had a nerve to say stuff like, well, we all got to go one day, Brother Rick. When it's your time to go, it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm like, girl, you saying that while you eating some Doritos and that big old fat Hostess Twinkie, and then you won't even get your lazy butt up and walk down the street, and you act surprised, you act shocked when you got sugar diabetes and high blood pressure and all that kind of stuff, and when you making excuses for that stuff. And listen, I'm your brother. I'm not listening to your excuses. Don't bring excuses around here. That's why I ain't everybody's coach. Why? Because I be talking real frank to my students. They be saying stuff. I be like, that don't add up. I am not about to agree with that stuff. I mean, I be agreeing with you trying to kill yourself. I love you. I'm not going along with that mess. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right. So here's a we gotta go something real fast here. And by the way, we got 5 minutes left and y'all can come to class. We're about to have an IMF class. If you're interested in coming, starts in 5 minutes. Just put IMF in the chat and come on over. You get that link sent straight to you. IMF. Okay, just put it right in the chat right now. And boom, you get that link. And come on over to class. I'll be glad to have you tonight. We'll be explaining things about how we get this money. All right, so here's another thing. To love your husband, to love your wife. This is the last one I can get to because we got to go. So to love your husband, to love your wife, you say, well, they don't act right. Okay. So that's the excuse. The excuse is they don't act right. All right. You say, but come on, Brother Ricky, that's a good excuse. I'm married. And my husband don't act right. I'm married. My wife, she don't act right. Okay, so I'm married. So you say, so that's my excuse why I don't treat them right. They don't treat me right. I don't treat them right. That's how that go. All right. But you don't understand it's about love. When you love somebody, the love that you get back from the love that you put out, that's the reward. In other words, love is self-rewarding. Hey, listen to me. You don't need another person to love you back to get the rewards of love. Ain't nobody got to do right till you get the rewards of love. Love is so strong and so powerful until when you put love out, the love that's returned from the love you gave out is the reward that you get. Why? Because you did it out of love. Anytime you do something out of love, it's always replicated by the love itself. Are you listening to me? Most people do this stuff talking about they love somebody. I'm like, you ain't got a clue what love is about. All right. How? Because when you do something from a loving heart, the reward is the love from the love. The love returns the love. Now, of course, you want the person to return it. Of course. That's in a perfect world. That would be great. But if you married to somebody and they ain't acting right, you just keep loving them anyway. If you married to them, if you ain't married to them, that's another story. But if you married to somebody and they ain't acting right, then the love that you put out will return the love that you put out. Did you hear what I said? Y'all ain't getting it. Everybody put LRL. And remember this for the rest of y'all life. Love returns love. You say, I ain't getting no love back. That's because you ain't putting no love out. You say, I did put some love out, but I didn't get it back. No, you don't even understand love. If you understood love, you know that love returns love. Are you hear what I'm talking about? The Bible says, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So when you sow love, you automatically reap love. It ain't got to come from the person you sow the love into. Are you listening to me? That's why you stay loving and kind, even if the person you married to is a complete idiot, even if they ain't got good sense, even if they mean as a rattlesnake, even if they don't never show the love. I'm talking about if you're married. You ain't got to put up with that stuff. You ain't married. Just leave and go get you, find you somebody that's worth being around. But some of y'all have gotten some marriages and stuff, and it is what it is. All right, and you ain't got no right to be putting nobody away unless they fornicating, or unless they cracking your head. Naturally, you ain't gonna stand that. But you can't just be running off on folks because they don't love you. They don't treat you right. See, what you do is that you let the love return the love. And then you still a kind, loving person. People be wondering, why you so nice? Why you so happy? Why you so joyful in the middle of that mess? You like, because I ain't in the middle of no mess. They say, yes, you are. I saw how your wife act. They say, I saw how your husband act. You say, yeah, you saw how they act. You see how I act. You can't be in the middle of no mess unless you're in the middle of the mess. Hey, listen to me. Are y'all hear what I'm talking about? Why? Because the way another person acting ain't no excuse. Don't let nobody stop you from being joyful and peaceful and having great joy and tremendous amounts of love and bowels of compassion and mercy and a brilliant mind and a love of God running all through your veins and having a happy, wonderful, grateful, tremendously successful life because it ain't predicated what? On no human being on the face of the earth. I don't care if it's even the person you're married to. Right, you hear what I'm talking about? Right, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nowhere in the world I'd let no human being separate me from the love of God. Right, you hear what I'm talking about? Not famine, what? Not nakedness, not peril. Say yea, and all these things we are what? More than conquerors. Are you listening to me? So I would get rid of that excuse. You be seeing people that's all happy and joyful and stuff. It ain't based on how they get treated. Are you hearing me? Because what? This is real joy. And this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. So that and the world didn't give you that joy that you got. God gave you that joy. Don't let nobody take it away. Look, I gotta run, yeah. I gotta run. I gotta run. We're about to start class right now. Put IMF in the chat if you want to come over. IMF, I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds real quick. 29, IMF, put it in the chat if y'all want to come over. I'm about to teach everybody on the other side over here how we get these $1 million tax returns. It's free. Just come on to class if you want to come. Just put IMF in the chat. IMF. All right, let's go. 20 seconds. This joy that I had. The world didn't give it to me. And this joy that I had, the world didn't give it to me. I said, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Hey, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. All right, about to start class right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The International Monetary Fund class starts right now. Y'all got to get over there on the Zoom. Rest of you all, have a wonderful evening. Be blessed in the city and be blessed in the field. And whatever you do, drop those excuses. All right. Talk to everybody soon. Talk to everybody soon. I see some of y'all in class.